going to be on your EOC. So this is 100% on there. It's very easy. You just need to remember how to do it, just like everything else. So we're going to start with something simple like area of a circle. Area of a circle formula is given to you on the EOC. So numero uno, let's start with something basic. I'm finding the area of this circle. Pi r squared. What's my radius? 4.2. Don't forget to square it. So in the calculator, PEMDAS for life, you got to do exponents. So take your calculator, 4.2 to the power of 2. You're going to times by the pi button. Oh, what happened? 4.2 squared times 5. What do we get?
55.4.
Beautiful. We're rounding to the nearest hundredth because that's what the directions say to you. Hundredth is 2 decimal places. So today we're doing 2 decimal places. For number 3, what's different between number 1 and number 3? It's half a circle. Okay, so what's my radius? 24. So it's exactly the same problem. In the end, I'm dividing by 2 because it's not a whole circle. It's half a circle. So take your calculator, 24 squared first, times pi, divide by 2. Gets me, it's a big number. 0.78. That's not that bad. That's really easy. That's because that's not geometry. That's like middle school math. Okay. So, number 5, it gets a little bit harder. It says find the diameter of a circle with the area of 380.13. We've technically done this. I'm going to take the area formula, which is A equals pi r squared. I'm substituting in 380.13. I'm equaling it to pi r squared. How do I solve for the radius? Not in that order. Divide by pi first, and then I'm square rooting. So if I divide by pi, so in the calculator, literally use the pi button. We're going to take 380.13. We're going to divide by pi. And then because r is squared, you have to square root it. So it's like 10.999999999. So we're going to say 11. So if I square root this, so r equals 11. So if the radius is 11, how much is the diameter? 0.2. That's also a middle school standard. That's why you're like, that's really easy. Easy peasy. Shh, quiet. You should try to do more stuff so you bring up your grade. Said you had 65. Oh, wow. I should do more science. Okay. The part that's geometry, so how this changes into geometry, is finding a piece of the circle. So you're going to have this on your EOC. You're going to have to find the area of a sector. Technically, a sector is a section of a circle, like a piece of a circle, bounded by a central angle. So we had central angles on the last test. A central angle has the same arc measure as the angle. They are congruent to each other, and it's intercepted arc. So basically, if this was 30 degrees outside, the angle would also be 30 degrees inside. And I'm really sorry about the copies because the numbers are really ugly on this piece of paper. So you're going to basically think of a sector as a slice of pizza. So instead of finding the area of a whole pizza pie, like you did in middle school, we're going to find the area of just our slice. So the formula is kind of the same. We're still going to use pi r squared, but there's 2 extra steps. You don't have the whole pizza, so you're multiplying by the piece that you actually have. X represents the slice you have. And then we're going to divide by a whole circle. How much is a whole circle? So we're dividing by 360. I don't know. Okay, number 6. If the length of segment BC is 16 feet, so let's put 16 in our picture. We need to find the area of the shaded section. If you squint your eyeballs, how much is that section? 51. Okay, so I'm sorry you can't really see it, but remember the central angle is the same as the arc, so I'm just gonna put 51 just in case you can't see it. So we're gonna take the arc or the angle, we're gonna do 51. We're gonna times it by pi r squared. It's in the picture. You just can't see it. If you squint your eyeballs, there's a 51 right there. So that's what I mean, like the pictures are really awful. So we're gonna plug this into the calculator. What are you gonna have to do first? 16 squared. So do the 16 squared first, exponents first. PEMDAS for life. We're gonna multiply the top two other things all together. So times 51 times pi. It doesn't really matter the order that you're multiplying it in. And then when you're done multiplying in the top, you're dividing by 360. Okay, let's try again. 16 squared, Kayla.
Is it?
Yeah. Times 51. Times pi. Remember pi is EXP. Press equals, I guess. Divide by 360. So you should get 113, hopefully, 0.94. And that's it. That's not that bad. This is 100% on your EOC. And this is pretty easy. So let's go to number 7. Number 7, same thing. It says find the area of each shaded sector round to the nearest hundredth. PQ is 22. So that's my radius. If you squint your eyeballs, how much is that sector? 139. So I'm going to do 139 times pi times radius squared divide by 360. Yellow. Hi. What was that? Oh, she's not here. Okay. Okay.
Even some of that.
Should be like,
They were at least.
it was, but I don't know why I didn't like hear her. She was like, I must have been on speaker. Yeah, she was on speaker or something.
I was like, imagine like next, I was like.
22 squared times pi times 139. 360. So what do we get? Yes. 587.09. Okay, so number 8, same thing. Now the problem with this one is the whole point is to find the area of the shaded region. I'm not given the shaded region. I'm given 126, which is the white part, the non-shaded. How do I find the shaded section? Subtract it from 360 because a circle makes 360. I need the shaded portion. So if I subtract from 360, how much is that dark portion? 234. So 234 is what you're plugging into your formula because you want the shaded section. Times pi. My radius is 13. Don't forget to square it. Divide by 360. How much do we get? Nice. Okay. Let's go to the back side.
Is it bad?
Can you guys read number 10? Can you read what's there?
Like that's 151.
It's one,
Not 57?
I think it's 115. Okay, so number 10, take a second. Let's write in the numbers. Okay, this one's obviously 42. Number 10 on the front is 115, just in case you can't see it. I don't want you to use the wrong number and obviously get it wrong. 11 you can see nicely. 12, you have a box. Remember the box is 90. 13, what's that number? 72. So if you want to put 72 out here, that way you can see it. We're going to cross off some on the back, and then we're going to do one more on the back, and then you can turn this in before you leave. We're going to cross off a lot on the back so that way you can finish before you go. Because it is Friday. You do have EOC number 7 homework that you need to do. Okay. That you got on Wednesday. So let's go to the back. On the back, I want you to cross out. No, 1 through 6, because those are not on your EOC. So honestly, I could care less if you know how to do middle school math at this point. Okay. So you cross out 1 through 6. We are going to do another problem together. So let's also cross off 15, and then we'll do 13 together. Hello.
You want something, my trees? I needed something today. I can probably get the flowers, which is like the fried, it looks like that, but it has like chicken and black beans in it, but they're double like for tacos in it too.
Give me whatever you get.
Okay. You like, but you like lettuce and onions and tomatoes and stuff, right?
I want it all. Give it all to me. Give me what you get and then give it all.
I need your opinion. Did you get your evaluation back?
Yeah.
So did I.
Hold on. I'm recording to you. I'll talk to you at lunch.
Okay, go. Okay,
I'll come over to you. I just didn't want you to say anything bad.
Got it.
Okay. 13. Okay. We are finding the shaded region. Now you have multiple shaded regions. So what are we gonna do? First off, what is the number that's actually there? Okay, good. So this is 136. We need all of the shaded region.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Why is the other one also 136? Because they're vertical angles. So from chapter 2, vertical angles are congruent. Okay. All of this should be tying together because it's the end of the year. Vertical angles are congruent. So the arcs are congruent because central angles are congruent to the arcs. So 136 and 136 added together is how much in total? 272. I'm timesing by pi. And then my radius, it says B to D. And this is probably what they're going to do to you on the EOC. They're going to give you the radius, or they're going to give you the diameter. So we are not using 18. We're using how much? 9. So the radius is actually 9 because a radius goes from the center out. If I get the whole thing's 18, I cut it in half. So my radius is 9. So 9 squared times pi times 272. Make sure correctly equal 5 by 360.
How do you do it?
Because this is 136. Vertical angles are congruent, so this is also 136. And I added them together. What do we get? 192.27. Okay. So I'll zoom out so you can see which ones we cross out. You are skipping these ones. You are finishing the front problems. Okay. And then here, let's cross off one more. Let's cross off 16. So don't forget the front. No, you'll fly through them and you'll realize you don't really need to show a lot of work. You can realistically plug it into the calculator. I'm okay with that. But yeah. So on the front, you're going to do the rest of them. Start with those ones. If they give you the white part, you minus from 360. If they give you the dark part, that's the number you're using. Do it now so you can turn it in because it's the weekend. Because it's Friday. What's up? Yeah. Realistically, you should be able to just plug this into the calculator and do the math. Right here. This is 100% on your EOC. Do not give up on me now. We still got like 20 days till the EOC.